Black Oni.
You're now listening to the Black Oni podcast.
Everyone wait, I should probably start with lights. That's probably a little bit better. Welcome everybody at home to another exciting podcast. This is episode 42.
Woo!
Getting up there. Woo!
Trying to hit that 100.
Oh yeah, man.
I get that 100.
From 100, you gotta go 500, and then I'll be dead by then.
Oh no!
Got a little morbid. I have two other special guests here for you all today. Whether you're listening on YouTube or iTunes, very exciting stuff going on either way. I, of course, am JBlaze06, the host of Black Oni Podcast, and I'm joined today by MegaSamX.
Howdy.
Who used to be Serious Sam, but we got him a new rebranding going on.
Well, I finally figured out a name that wasn't super long and wasn't taken in the vast majority of social media, so I was happy with it.
And BBoyDragon actually just pressed the wrong button by accident. So
What, did he mute himself?
No, he just took himself off the call by accident. That was excellent.
Oops. Oh, jeez.
But I will let him introduce himself.
All right.
There we go.
We're doing good here, man. Look at that. I got one thing so far. We're doing awesome.
I mean, it was perfect timing because we were just finished. I saw a little message come over. It's like, I pressed the wrong button. But we have BBoyDragon over here.
Yo.
And before we get into the official icebreaker, I'd love for you guys to talk a little bit about what it is that you guys do, what you're doing right now, what kind of new ventures you're on. Obviously we've had MegaSamX on the show before, but we haven't had BBoyDragon, and we wanted to get that for a while, but scheduling conflicts have prevented that from being a thing. So let's.
Oh man, it was busy.
Yeah, dude. So actually, let's have you go first, BBoy, because we met through.
They know who I am. It's old. I'm old. Nobody cares about me.
Old news. We met through beautiful T1A, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Playing DOA.
Oh, DOA, man. Q&A all day, all night.
Dude, those were good times. I need to start playing that game again.
Oh, that game is fun, man. That game is fun.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Over here. Yeah, it's been pretty busy. Every single time you try to get me in these podcasts, man, I'm always at some tournament. I'm freaking Atlanta or Philly or Texas or something.
Yeah, man. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, man. Yeah, but that's for me. I'm basically doing, making that, a little bit of money from that Team Ninja Pop bonuses because they're crazy with that. You're putting $5,000 in DOA. You literally can make top 8 and make okay money because of Team Ninja.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, just doing that, using that little money, blowing that money on everything, like making my motorcycle faster for no reason.
Damn it.
Priorities are key.
Yes. I'm like Virgil over here on my motorcycle. I'm like, I need more power. Showing it out.
Dude.
What? I just won like 500. Freaking get in third place. Hold up, man. More power.
More power. Who needs food? More power.
Exactly. Well, screw that, man. I got a real job for that, man.
Yeah. Wait. So is that what you're doing full time right now?
Oh no, not gaming. Oh hell nah. That's too gambling over there.
Yeah.
Nah, for real job. I teach dance, break dancing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's what I do for a living. Teach dancing and do shows and gigs.
I actually didn't. I knew you did shows and stuff, but I didn't actually know that you taught dancing as well.
Oh yeah, I just teach privately to my old classmates. Not my old classmates, old students that still want to learn.
You're their private dancer.
Oh, yeah, you know it, buddy. Nah, I'm gonna be teaching that studio again, though. I'm gonna be teaching that studio again. I took some time off of studio because all of them wanted me to teach on Friday and Saturday, which was really unpredictable for me for shows and going to tournaments. So it was like I couldn't make that commitment anymore.
Right.
But I found one that wants me to teach on Wednesday, thank God. So I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
All right.
Let me start teaching there.
Sweet.
Yeah, sweet. Awesomeness.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's pretty much just the quick bio of the BBoyDragon life.
And where can people check out some of your content, whether it's whether it's YouTube or whether it's on Twitter or Facebook?
Oh yeah, Twitch and YouTube, man. UGS Live. I actually got a brand new episode series I'm putting up on there on UGS Live. My sponsors right there, channel. I just call it Game with UGS BBoyDragon. It's just a bunch of random that happens when I play fighting games online. That's so far I had like 300 views with only 1 thumbs down, so I'm doing something right.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
I just remember getting all that hate mail from using Hulk in Marvel vs. Capcom when I play online.
I played that game one time online, man. I used that wannabe freaking Chris G team.
Oh jeez.
Virgil Morgan, what was Strider? I had to have a ninja in there, man. Oh god, I made so many people from that team.
Dude, you be rude though. I saw your Killer Instinct video you put on Facebook, and after you came back with like this ridiculous combo, you like teabagged him.
Yo, man, that's that GG, man. So I say GG.
God damn it.
Oh man, you see what I did in on my first episode series? In Dead or Alive, it's something called Critical Burst. It's basically like a guaranteed. After that point, you can't do anything. You get a free combo after you hit somebody.
Yeah.
It's like, so I did that to him, and I just did a taunt. And then I beat him, and I won like 3 rounds straight. And then I said GG's, no rematch, and left the lobby.
That's the thing. Like that's why I had such a hard...
I didn't. No, see, now, the reason why I did this, though, I actually explained why I did this in the video. People are gonna be like, "Oh, this BBoyDragon." That's all. No. Before I joined the room, the dude was like overkilling everybody for like no reason.
Oh yeah.
And I beat him one time in the lobby, and I didn't even do anything that time, And then he sends me mad hate mail. And I showed it on the video too. And I was like, oh. I was like, okay, I have no skill. All right, then. I'm just going to critical burst them every time and taunt them every time I critical burst them.
That's the thing.
I won without doing juggles. Put it that way.
Really?
That's a 3D game. That's a 3D game. I won it without doing juggles. Imagine playing Tekken. You don't need to beat somebody without doing a juggle.
Well, that's literally what Tekken is, though. That's all Tekken is. It's like just juggling the entire time.
And like same thing like with DOA kind of. I mean, you don't juggle like too much to the craziness like the Tekken, but still, it's like I won. I had a guaranteed damage point where I can get like 50%. I just taunted every time.
That's great.
That's the thing with fighting games that I always had the biggest problem with is that so many people took it so personally.
Yeah.
When they lose, and they get such bad sports out of it. And for me, what a fighting game is, it's fun because it lets out that inner competitiveness where it's really just you against one other person.
Right.
It lets you test what you're good at, and the more you play it, the better you get. But there's some people that seem to think, oh, well, this is like the biggest part of my life, and whenever I beat you, I'm going to teabag you because that's the only shining moment in my entire life. and I mean, I'm here with I got my girlfriend right back in the other room right there, and I got I got a good job, so it's like this is like part-time for me. I love it. But it's not going to be the end of my day if I lose a couple matches, And some people, there's videos I've seen online where people just straight destroy their TVs because they get so mad.
I believe that, man. I mean, like KI, the only reason why I was teabagging most of my friends. I was like, yo, look how fast this teabagging is. I was like,
yeah,
I first bought that game.
No, that is one thing I've definitely seen. There's some ridiculously fast teabaggers in fighting games. Like they can just make that look like their characters having a seizure. Yeah,
I know. I couldn't help it.
It's one step above Call of Duty.
Wait, so before we go any further, this is a great conversation. I want to give Sam a chance to introduce himself as well, since it's been a little while since you've been on the podcast.
Oh yeah, yes, it has, hasn't it? You need a little bit more Caucasian flavor in your podcast.
that Anglo.
My Anglo. But no, my name is MegaSamX. I've just recently started doing Twitch streaming about twice a week, about a little over a month ago, and now I've gotten a ridiculous 152 followers so far in just a little bit over a month, and that to me is absolutely insane. I was not expecting that at all.
Oh, that's good.
That's magic.
For anybody that's watching that I'm going to promo this to later, thank you, because it's been really cool. I've already found like that I'm able to impact other people's lives and give them a little bit of entertainment when they're having a bad day, and that to me has just been so huge of a new motivation that I didn't expect to have when I started this. And so now it's something I definitely want to keep doing, and I'm really excited. We've been playing Dying Light since I started. Been having a lot of fun with that, killing zombies, making them fly off rooftops in Old Town. That's always a joy in my life. And we're going to be doing a community playthrough next week of hard mode. So I'm going to be grabbing people that have been asking to play with me for the last month and trying to get them in so we can play through hard mode together, because I want to keep those people involved. Like every couple months, I at least want to try to get some kind of community thing where we can all play, whether it's through Battlefield, I could rent a server or something like that. I could fit 64 people in that way. Mm-hmm. It's like $2 for a one-day server rental, so I might do that. This is just my first experiment with it, so I'm going to be trying to do that. I've been really humbled and flattered by all the positive feedback people have been giving me so far. Will, for example, has been hosting me every now and then. He is handsome and talented, and I love him for it. So I will be continuing to draw on that support. I've just been... The positive feedback I've had so far has just been unbelievable to me. So I'm looking forward to do more. Once I can get my hands on a more powerful PC, I will more than likely be starting putting some stuff up on YouTube. Right now, what the plan is for Dying Light, since I don't know how to get all that video off of Twitch in its entirety, I'm just going to have to take my little highlights that I'm making of it and just put it into one video. But down the road, I will be able to have entire game playthroughs through there. So there will be that to look forward to. I'm planning on making it grow. And I'm excited.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was awesome.
Yeah, man. And for those of you who don't know at home, Sam and I met at a live streaming event at our friend Andy's place, and we were still kind of total noobs in this live streaming kind of area scenario. I had an account, but I wasn't using it, and so we used that. And there were still certain things that we weren't doing right, like. When we were playing on Xbox, I looked back.
We didn't even have the audio on.
There was no audio from our end.
Nobody could hear what we were saying.
Yeah, so we were like talking to the camera that whole time, and no one
man, that was
had a clue
embarrassing.
what we were saying. And so, like,
we were just like,
hey, man.
we were like,
hey,
jumping around.
Hey, man, trial and error, man.
Yeah, exactly.
And the crazy thing about like doing live streaming and broadcasting is like, you don't realize until you're doing it how complicated this process is unless you're using the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One.
It's a nightmare.
Even then it gets complicated.
Yeah, even then it gets complicated, because I remember I streamed something yesterday and it still said I was streaming some Last of Us, and I hadn't played that game in like literally a month and a half.
I saw that you were playing yesterday. Even I checked out for a little bit. I forgot to say hi. My bad. But you were playing Dying Light, and it said you were playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
I'm like, oh my god, fucking game.
Well, close enough, man. You're flying through the air playing Dying Light sometimes, so
it's true.
It's close enough.
I mean, if you get the right hand of Glover, it's sort of like having a key attack.
Yeah. See?
And the other problem that I've been finding is that I've been trying to do some custom overlay stuff, so I've been doing a lot of experimentation on Twitch, and unless like literally my computer is powerful enough to do a lot of things, my laptop that I use for work, and I sent a message to Elgato.
Flexing this laptop.
Wait, no, not even. It's not even my laptop. It's my work laptop. It's not mine.
Flex that work, man. Flex that work connection.
And I contacted Elgato support, and I told them like my specs, and they're like, oh, this should be working without a problem. You know, do this, do that, do this, then a third, and like did all that, and like I did another stream yesterday, and it was going fine for a little while, and then like everything got super delayed. So like I was going in fast motion with my face and like my audio, but my actual gameplay footage was literally like 10 minutes behind.
Dude.
Whoa.
I'm gonna say go ahead and stick with the PlayStation for the time being until you get some better hardware.
Dude, I don't even. I'm so done with it. I think I'm gonna have to run boot camp on this iMac and start doing it to the PC side, because like the Mac interface and the software is just not meant to run OBS or any live streaming stuff at all. They don't support it at all. It's so frustrating.
Well, Mac is great if you. Yeah, Mac is great if you want it for work or if you want it for school. But if you want a processing powerhouse, yeah, if you want that. But if you want a processing powerhouse, you're going to need a PC apparently, and that's because everybody and their mother seems to work for that and work on that kind of software.
That it's easier to mod up and upgrade. That's why everyone likes PC. When the gaming world, they're like, okay, we can just mod it. You go to a Mac, it's like,
you can't do shit.
What in the world do I do?
Yeah. You can't really mod much.
You reached your limit. You don't know what to do next.
Exactly. And so we're going to go into our icebreaker. We did a nice little intro for you guys at home who are wondering what the hell's going on. And so my question to you two is, what feature in either next-gen systems or consoles do you wish you had that you currently don't?
More streaming overlay support, for the love of God, on Twitch, please.
Yes.
Other than that, I love it. I mean, the PlayStation's been fantastic. I'm really glad I bought it, just because it's simple to use. They don't really need to touch too much with the user interface. I've noticed that with the Xbox One, they made it more complicated for some reason.
No reason
which is,
at all.
It's navigatable, but the 360 was like just such an ease of use. If they just had that and it was faster, done. Easy.
Yep.
I'm still looking at mine. It's right here, collecting dust, because I haven't used it in a while.
But over here.
Yeah.
Other things I would like to see. Give me a second, come back to me. Let's go back to
BBoy.
Our other friend here, BBoy.
All right. Yeah, same thing here. I'm liking both current gen consoles. I guess the current gen now, Xbox One and PS4.
Yeah.
And just I have the same problem too. The broadcasting features is just a little limited. You can add a little more, like you said. The thing I do from streaming on Xbox One and PS4, what I noticed was they both have things that I wish the other had. Like for example, like you stream on a PS4, and if you don't have a computer next to you or a phone, and you put that comment thing so you can read people's comments, if you're on the PS4, the whole stream sees that. So like they get like half a screen while viewing.
Exactly.
But on Xbox One, when you're streaming on Xbox One, you could have the Twitch snapped on, and people won't see the comment thing. So then they get a full screen.
That's I'm with you on that one. I'm totally frustrated with that.
I will say. Yeah, and I like. Oh, sorry. I like that.
Yeah, I like that on Xbox One and the PS4. But I like it. It just have an option though. Like, let it be seen to spectators, and then, or just not have it shown, and you can still see the comments. So you have to have a phone every single time. The Xbox One, what that needs though, when you stream, Xbox One, you can't record while streaming. Like PS4, you can stream, you can still record.
You can take screenshots too.
Take shots, and
share button.
Small thing. Yep.
It's this wonderful little button right here.
It's awesome.
That just does everything. It's great.
Yeah, it's pretty fantastic.
It does everything you need. And one small tiny thing I wish I had on Xbox One while streaming is that you wish you could share the party chat voice. Like PS4, you can stream.
God.
You can stream the party chat voice. Like, for example, like I know this is a dead game now, nobody likes it anymore, but like let's say you're playing Destiny raid mode, man. You got 6 people in your party. You're on PS4, the whole stream can hear all those funny conversations.
Exactly.
And they can hear it, and you can record it also, and it'll be in the recorded voice. And you can hear the whole conversation. You upload it on YouTube and everything. Xbox One, it's like you only hear the party person. It sounds like you're talking to a madman. He's over here talking to himself.
Exactly. And I want to add on top of that, because one of the things I've noticed that is incredibly frustrating about playing on PS4 doing native Twitch streaming or recording on like Elgato, for example, is one, if you want to have the audio from chat coming through to your Elgato system, for example, you have to do a very complicated scenario where the audio is coming out of the TV so that the audio from the game and from the people talking is coming to the TV so that it's being captured. There's no actual way to just natively allow the audio to come through both the TV and your headset.
Oh, that's just Sony Europe messing with you.
Yeah, exactly. It's pissing me off. Because it's something that you were able to do on the PS3. You were able to do multi-audio output on the PS3. And so that's one thing that has me irritated beyond belief. And the other thing is it doesn't automatically share your voice when you go to broadcast on the PS3.
Oh yeah, you gotta
everyone, and then they don't know where it is. You're like, oh, where is it? What are you talking about? I don't know where. It's like, yo, dude, you just did this shit 2 days ago. Like, come on, figure it out.
I ever have that, then no option.
I mean, I'm
that's why I say it in defense. That's why I say it in defense.
But I'm just saying they need to make that shit easier. Like, have it automatically on as opposed to automatically off.
Or give people a message.
Yeah, something
like that, like a quick little message on the top left, like party voice chat. Yeah, party chat enabled. You can go to your party settings. They do that anyways with a couple of other things. I don't know why not that.
Exactly.
But, that's my friends used to say online, man, on PS4, man. We just say it's Sony and Europe's fault.
Yeah. I believe it.
Sony in Europe.
Yeah.
Forever trolling.
I will say that I haven't actually been had a little bit of success having a chat window from my Twitch on my laptop open while I'm streaming through my PlayStation 4, just because that way I can ban somebody, put them in timeout really fast on my own.
There you go. There you go.
There was one guy that came on my stream on Thursday. He just left the most longest continuous swear word I've ever seen. So I put him in timeout for 600 seconds immediately, and it was fun. And I got to tell him as I was doing that, like, you, sir, I am putting you in timeout.
And that's how the tyrant began. That's how the tyrant began.
No. It's the only power I have are the two buttons. That's it.
I'm very kind of confused about. Well, we'll get into this later. We'll talk about the more Twitch streaming after we get through some of this stuff. I want to know what you guys have been playing into the gaming news.
Ooh, okay. We'll start with B-Boy. Why not? He's the new guy.
I've been playing recently. All right, I've been playing recently, like in the past couple of weeks. I picked up that. Recently, recently I started playing in streaming. I like to stream all my single player games, line where I play through. So I picked up the new Devil May Cry. I'm a Devil May Cry fan. Definite edition. It was $40. I was like, hey, $40. I was playing it. It's pretty decent. It's 60 frames per second now. Feels a little bit smooth. I mean, it still doesn't look like that much better. You know what I mean? It's just $40 current gen. I like Devil May Cry. Hey,
I
buy
miss
this.
the old
Look in there.
Cry.
Mash some buttons. Oh, don't worry. They got a remake. They got a remake Devil May Cry 4, and they're gonna go back down the line, man. Don't worry. Capcom knows how to make money.
No, they don't. They haven't released a good Mega Man game in a while.
or you should.
we wish that. No, they did. Don't worry. They're gonna remake a Mega Man game. They got it. Oh
God, I hope not. not without Kenji Ifune there. Good Lord, they're gonna screw that up so bad.
Gonna have that dude in there. Yeah. I'm telling you.
But they had 3 games that were pretty much done, and they canned them. They spent all that money making them. It was like Rockman Online. It was Mega Man Legends 3 and something else, and they just no, we're gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. No. They just sunk a bunch of money into it. And they didn't. Yeah,
that's why I shake my head at Capcom most of the time, and I just blame Sony in Europe.
If as the one shining thing Capcom did do that was entertaining was they put the bad box art Mega Man in that last crossover fighting game. Or what was it? Street Fighter Second? Didn't they do that? Or was it? Which the last Street Fighter they put like that crap Mega Man in? Remember that?
I know they put Zero in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but
no, it was.
Oh it was Marvel. It was Street Fighter Cross Tekken. It was like the clunky fat Mega Man from.
Yeah, it was like the fat box art Mega Man from like the 90s.
Yeah.
Like now, if they want to, make it up to me, they could make like Mega Man X in there. That'd be cool.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. They gotta bring back Mega Man's Legends 3, man. They gotta bring back Kenji and everything.
It was. But here's the thing. The game was done. it was done. It was like 4 months out from going gold, right? And they canned it.
It's Capcom.
It's Capcom. That's all. That's the only defense I also have. But Dragon, what else have you been playing?
See here, the new Resident Evil Revelation 2. Just started that up.
Okay.
Just beat episode 1. I bought the season pass. I was like, hey, $20, $25.
What do you
Snatch
think?
it up, buy it. So far, I mean, my first impression of episode 1. I mean, I haven't played episode 2 yet or 3. You know, I try not to look at other people's reviews. You know what I mean? I like to just experience it for my own. Sometimes go in blind and hope and pray to God. Pray to God I don't get my money stolen.
Good talk.
Yo, man. But yeah, I was playing that, streaming that. Revelations 2, the story seems really good, in my opinion. The story's good. The gameplay is so far fluent, you know. It's not as scary as Revelations 1, it seems.
Yeah.
It's had, like, so far, I played episode 1, I only had was like one little jump scare that made me jump a little bit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I'll have to see, you know, I play episode 2, episode 3, I'm going to see if it gets more scary or creepy. I mean, the forest was a little creepy part you're going to see in episode 1. As that overall, I say it's a good, decent game, especially for like if you buy the game, the season pass, it's like $25 bundled.
Yeah.
It's for that price, I can't say it's bad. I can't even say my money, so I feel like you could have sold it for 30 and 40. I'll feel justified with it, with the whole season pass, with all the episodes.
Okay.
So that's the only thing. Good story, good gameplay, just not as scary as 1 so far.
That's fair.
And besides that, I just recently beat The Order 1886.
Ooh, what'd you think of that?
Okay, well, I have to say, this game does not have as much cutscenes and less gameplay as people keep crying about. I feel like people who are saying that, I mean, no offense, that everyone has the title, no opinion. I just feel like people who are saying that are just haven't played a game that likes to have a story. You know what I mean? Like when you're playing it, there's actually a story to it, and you know, there might be as much cutscenes as there is gameplay, but the story is that's what the game's about. It's the story.
Right. Did you ever play? I was gonna say, it sounds like it's reminding me a lot of Asura's Wrath, but it's a shooter instead of a brawler. Did you guys ever play Asura's Wrath?
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
That game was awesome.
That game is kind of like that, except a shooter, you know what I mean? But not like as action-packed as Asura's Wrath. That was on some anime hype. I like that game. But
you fight a dude you fight a dude as big as a planet. It's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I fight those big ass planet dudes. But yeah, like for example, like one of the chapters is literally like 3 hours if you running around shooting people, going for cover, and stealth killing people and a bunch of other stuff. So you know, it's the gameplay is not just 3 hours of gameplay. It's just a lot more than that. So, but I mean, I would say I'll wait for a price drop for most people.
Yeah.
It really depends. It really depends on the person. Like if you're a person that can sit down, enjoy a good story, which will have like, I say tops 10 to 15 hours of gameplay, tops, and just a really good story behind it, it'll be worth the $60.
Right.
I mean, I brought the collector's edition. I mean, the $150 with the big ass statue.
Oh yeah, you went all in.
I go all in. See, I go all in. I get my
balls deep.
Oh wow.
Exactly. Like that statue though. That statue's awesome.
Yeah,
real
dude.
pretty.
Yeah, I think I saw a picture on Facebook you posted of the box. And I was like, oh, this guy's going in.
Oh yeah, man, I go in. Say to my Mortal Kombat.
Yep, I'm excited about Mortal Kombat, dude.
Got that collector's edition.
Jason Voorhees is going to be in it now.
I want Spawn,
saw that.
Damn it, Spawn.
Everybody wants Spawn. Everybody knows you want Spawn. Everybody knows we all want Spawn.
It just needs.
It'll probably happen.
Fits that universe. Spawn fits that.
It's very likely.
Yeah, I mean, he might be DLC later. I just want him to be like in the game immediately. You know.
The biggest problem people have with making Spawn is this freaking cloak.
Yeah,
because it's living, it's floating, it's huge.
Yeah,
we're on current gen, man. That's the other thing I wanted to say too about The Order, man. I was playing that game, and that felt like a real current gen, like a real game. I mean, it's a PS4 exclusive, but I played that, and I was like, now this is what games should be looking like. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I kid you not, those cutscenes or fake gameplay you guys thought it was fake gameplay on YouTube, that is how the graphics are in gameplay. I kid you not. I was streaming that, and I had like about like 50 viewers at that time. They're all like, "Whoa, this is too realistic for a third-person shooter." You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, "Wow!" Like the cloak, the dude had a cigarette pipe, and it was smoking it, and I literally, the old cigarette pipes or whatever.
Yeah.
It looked so realistic. The smoke coming out, the heat inside of it. It's just dirty gameplay, not even cutscene. It's just like, wow.
That's
like
awesome.
it is literally. I would say it's literally quality wise, like let's say a Final Fantasy CGI. It's like literally like just 1 or 2 steps below that CGI in gameplay.
That's awesome.
It is. That's all I gotta say with that.
I would also recommend that people at home pick it up when it goes a little bit lower in price. For most people, I think there are some people like you said who will feel like they got their money's worth out of the $60 purchase.
GameFly
or GameFly. I mean, some people have good luck with GameFly, some people have bad luck with it. For you example, they told you that they were going to be sending it to you at a certain time, and then it took like an extra 3 days to get to you.
Yeah, it happens, but it's still cheaper than going out and buying a game wholesale.
Right.
Than I would be when I beat it in 2 weeks and then I have to send it back and I have nothing to do with this $60 game.
The order.
It makes the wait is so worth it sometimes when it comes down to the budget. I mean, there's plenty of other games. I just got Shadow of Mordor in the mail. Might be streaming that pretty soon too.
You can get that game for like $20 now though.
Yeah, but now I have it for nothing, and then when I'm done with it, I can get rid of it and have something else. So
yeah.
I was about to say, sorry to interrupt. Yeah, definitely GameFly. You have GameFly to order. Definitely do that.
What have you been playing, Sam?
Yeah. I have been playing White Knight, which is an original noirish storytelling survival horror game by Osum Studio. I think they're in France. It's all black and white. It's very narrative driven. You're pretty much driving down a long, lonesome road in the middle of the night. You see a girl, you swerve the car. You don't know if you hit the girl, you hit a tree. You have to go into this house, and there's this creepy ghost there that's trying to kill you the entire time. And your only solace is that when you are in a light source, that the ghost can't get you. However, when you're moving around, the only way you can see is if you have a match, which the matches are finite resources in the game. So when there's no more matches in the game, there's no more matches. You got to start over. And it's the only downside is the matches doesn't keep the ghost away. So you need to be in like an electrical source. You have to walk around room to room before you can move around in it. You usually have to plug in a light. And usually the ghost will try to stop you from doing that.
Oh.
Yeah. It's very in-depth when you read all of like the newspaper clippings, the diaries and stuff that you find, because they add so much more to the backstory of it. Beyond that, I haven't finished it yet, but it's still good. I enjoy it. It's not bad for a small studio. Like it's worth the $10 or so that it costs. The other games I've been playing, of course, is Dying Light. So much fun.
Great game.
Techland, they made Dead Island, which was one of my favorite games. And when I found out about this game, I've been hyped about it for years, about a year and a half since I found out about it. Because it's pretty much Dead Island, but with parkour.
And done way better than Dead Island.
Well, the thing was, I mean, that was Techland. They weren't super huge before that, if I'm not mistaken. And for what as buggy as Dead Island was, it was still a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. I had a lot of fun with it.
And
I lost a lot of progress, but I had a lot of fun.
It's one of those.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say like that. I just one of those games like you just look over the bugginess and just have fun with it.
Exactly. That's what ideally playing a game is all about these days. I mean, a game, let's face it, every AAA game we get these days comes with a day one patch, and there's usually more than just that what's wrong with it. So we kind of have to
Halo.
deal with it.
Oh my god.
Halo didn't even work. Like,
Halo still doesn't work.
Hey, you know this main thing, we're shipping like this whole Master Chief collection, right? Yeah. You know how it's all multiplayer focused? Let's make sure that works day one. Right? No? Okay, screw it. Ship it.
Yeah,
That's
ship
fine.
it anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, no, like Battlefield 4 when that shipped out, holy moly! But it's gotten so much better since then. I still play that lately. That's another game I've been playing. I recently been diving back into hardcore mode.
Wait, what'd you say, B-Boy?
I was gonna say as long as they don't do what they did with Halo, 30 gigabyte 1 day patch.
Yeah, that's so much.
Oh yeah, that's
like
That's
everybody
a
came
whole other
home
Blu-ray game. Yeah.
Everyone came home that night like they're gonna play Halo. Just to find out they gotta. Just to find out
you're gonna play download.
Yeah, gone are the days of us getting home, playing a game immediately on a Monday or Tuesday night when it gets shipped out. Now we have to get home, put it in, let it install, download all the patches, and then we have to play like an hour or two later.
Yeah.
If we're lucky.
Yeah.
But I was saying like another thing I've been playing Battlefield 4. I got back into that, and my downtime I've been fiddling around with hardcore mode using a Scar H, so it's pretty much like a little pocket DMR and it's rapid fire close. It's fun. Other than that, I just what else have I been playing? I've been playing through Walking Dead Season 1 with me and my lady. She's actually the one taking the helm this time around, so the story is pretty different from when I played it. And it's been fun watching, like the story play out differently. And we've got Season 2. We're going to play that when we finish that, so we'll be doing that as well. Other than that, I just got Shadow of Mordor. I'll probably be streaming that pretty soon. I'm trying to decide if I want to do that or Outlast first.
Oh my god!
I've got some people asking me to play Outlast, but I really want to have that. I want to have good recording software to do that beforehand, so I don't, lose all that. I might just go ahead and get an Elgato just to record that, because I can record what my PlayStation puts out. But as far as doing a nice OBS setup and streaming through it, probably not yet.
Yeah, the thing is about like I was telling you before, like if you have a YouTube account, you can export your stuff that you do on Twitch to YouTube and then download it from there. The quality won't be as good though if you do it that way, but
yeah, that's why I want to get the Elgato first before I do Outlast. But so I might be streaming after this week or I might do a week or two maybe of hard mode with Dying Light, because I want to get as many people as I can involved in it that asked to play with me. And there was only like 3 slots. There's only 4-player co-op, right?
Yep.
For Dying Light. So I want to make sure I get as many as the people in there, and I'll try to have some people in beta with zombies too, so we can all have a good bit of fun that way. Because I want it to be kind of crazy. But then after that, if I can't get my hands on an Elgato yet, I'll probably be playing Shadow of Mordor as my next stream.
Nice.
Just because killing orcs is fun. Yay.
Yes.
I might attempt to play the entire game as Michael Caine. Killing orcs. I don't know. It could be fun. I was playing Dying Light the other night on Thursday, and I had the craziest glitch happen after I invoked the anger of the spirit of Michael Caine by doing a bad impression of him. Every time I threw my grappling hook, my shotgun would get thrown as like I was throwing it like a thrown weapon, and I could kill zombies by throwing the shotgun. And then I start moving uncontrollably, sliding around. Next thing I know, I've fallen through the map, and I'm looking up at Old Town through like water. I don't know how I fell into water, and then I tried to drown myself, and I got bored with that, so I just swam down as far as I could, and I fell through that, and just fell into oblivion and came to in a safe house. I don't know what happened. The whole game freaked out. I have it on my highlights now. I put a link to that on my Twitter, but it was I call it the British glitch. So that's it's crazy. Like 3 minutes of insanity, pretty much. The game just completely bugs out on me, and then it was fine after I respawned. It was completely fine. There was no more problems, so it fixed itself. So I'm not complaining about it, but it was still pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
That's the only games I've been playing lately. So I think we need to move on to our new releases that have come out recently.
Oh man, I really feel like that glitch was like the Dragon Ball glitch. You powered up too high, man.
Oh yeah,
too high. That's why. Yeah, you power level reached too high. Wait, there's the world, man.
Oh, okay.
That's why when Will plays that game, it's called Dragon Ball Xenoverse, man. When he streams there.
It's true. That's awesome. And so yeah, I've been playing a couple games. Dragon Ball Xenoverse. I've been playing Dying Light because I'm still doing some side quests, even though I beat the story mode. The story mode was awesome. Playing.
Did you find the clicker?
The clicker? No.
There's a clicker from Last of Us in there in the bunker mission.
I probably saw it. It was just.
Yeah, like I think I missed it when I played through. I was watching. I think I saw it in there, but it's got like that crazy mushroom fungus head thing, and it's you just like wait in front of one of the elevators in the bunker. This thing just comes out at you.
Well, it might be one of those
It's
things
legit
where
a
it's
clicker.
like you're. So, I've played so much Last of Us that I probably saw it and was like, oh yeah, it's just a clicker, and then just like.
Oh yeah, I mean, no, I started. I'll be really racist. All the zombies started look the same. So
Oh, damn.
I started not paying very much attention.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's what the game for you underground.
And I've been playing Ori and the Blind Forest.
How is it?
How was that?
It's adorable. Like the little creature you play as, it's so fucking cute. But it's a hard game. It is not easy. Like the platforming is very. I don't even want to get into it. There was a section that like you had to jump on, like wall jump and then jump off of something else. But like every time you jumped onto it, your character slid instead of like actually like being able to jump off again. And I was like, "This is stupid." But
did you just snort? Was that a snort?
I think that was like an allergy snort, like a.
Like,
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, me?
yeah, it sounded like you
Oh,
snorted
yeah,
a little bit.
yeah. Allergies, man.
Yeah,
They
we
coming.
all suffer from allergies here.
No,
Yo,
dude,
that's
it's
a good thing. That's a good
looks-
thing. That means the
this is
snow
what-
is going.
Well, here's the thing. I live in
It's like-
Florida, right now. Instead of white, I'm dealing with a bunch of green. Oak pollen right now is everywhere. The allergy
Oh.
index is at, I think it goes from 0 to 12, and I looked at it yesterday. It was at 12. It's like apocalypse right now for allergies. It's brutal.
Damn.
My car is normally a regatta blue, but now it is tinged green from all the oak pollen that keeps falling on it. And there's no point in washing it because there's just going to be more on it tomorrow. So I don't know what to do.
That's what I say, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
There's no point. That's what we tell my friend. He over here, he washed his car and it was like 15 degrees. I was like, yo, man,
Yeah,
why are you doing this?
Yo, your car is
it's
frozen.
gonna get 30 again. It's gonna get 30 again. Now you got icicles on your shit.
Yup.
Can we trade? I'd rather have it be really cold than be dealing with this ocean of oak pollen everywhere. I really would.
I'm tired of
It's not so
cold.
bad. It's not so bad until you realize you can't see sidewalks for a whole month.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you can't see like your own car for like a whole month.
Oh man, let's get back on topic.
Yeah, let's
before
get
we
back.
talk
This
about-
happens.
Yeah.
This happens.
New releases.
Latest game releases. We're just gonna run right down the list. If there's anything that pops out of there after we go through the list, just we can talk about it. So, March 3rd, we have Helldivers. We have La Mulana. We have Ollie Ollie 2. Orishika, Tainted Bloodlines. Resident Evil Revelations 2, which we talked about a little bit. Scream Ride. Shiftlings. And that's it for March 3rd. March 4th, we have Tormentum. Dark Sorrow, that sounds awful. White Knight, available on most platforms that we were just talking about. We have Mario vs. Donkey Kong, Tipping Stars. I thought that said Tripping Stars.
Wait, Mario, be on
Dude,
the
I just-
mushroom.
Yo,
All those mushrooms finally caught up with him, man. Donkey Kong got some bad bananas.
we have...
He's like, hey, man, do you remember when you abducted my girlfriend? Donkey Kong's like, yeah, that was
fuck the hell
fun.
out of her.
Oh my god.
We have
That's-
Ollie Ollie
you
on
just-
Wii U 3DS.
Okay, we're not going to talk about what you said.
No,
was,
I got that. It's fine. We
No,
have-
that was... Moving on.
We
Moving on.
have Prown Plus, which I don't know what the fuck. Zombie Army Trilogy.
I've seen video for that. It's so weird. It's like Hitler's a demon and he's commanding an army of undead Nazis.
And that's what
And
the
not
guys
like
made
the Call of
Sniper
Duty undead Nazis. These are like demon undead Nazis.
Yeah.
And you have to
Sounds
fight
like
him in
real
hell.
History. Sounds
Yeah.
like real history right there.
That's how it went down.
But I wonder they're releasing it. It's called a trilogy, and I hadn't heard anything about it. So I guess they just released all three parts of it at once.
Yeah. I think they were like DLC to Sniper Elite games. I think
That's what they were?
I think that's what they were.
Oh,
Yeah. Because I think it's made by the same same company, same studio.
huh. That explains it.
Exactly. March 10th, we have Assassin's Creed Rogue on PC, which is, wow, it took that long to get on PC. Atelier Chalet, Alchemist of the Dust Sea. We have Cities Skyline. DMC Definitive Edition, which we talked about a little already. We have Flame Over. Hotline Miami 2, which I might buy, because fucking great game. Mushroom Men Truffle Trouble. That's funny. Resident Evil. What? I don't know why it's on there twice, but I guess that was for the last gen. Oh, episode 3. Sorry. So Resident Evil Revelations episode 3 also came out within the time of this in the last podcast.
Huh.
Sniper Elite 3 Ultimate Edition, which is funny because the game just came out last year on next gen, so I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Tokyo Twilight
Remasters, yeah.
Remaster a game that's already remastered, basically.
The remastered remaster.
Yo, man,
The
you
masterful
can't,
remaster.
It's so
Yo, that remaster, man. You gotta prove who's the remaster champion. You can remaster a game.
You got to take that title from Capcom.
dude, seriously.
How many times have we played Resident Evil, the first one? Like 8? 8 times now.
Technically, this is Resident Evil 8 now.
Every time there's new hardware that comes out, Capcom is like, "Ooh, we can put Resident Evil on that."
Yeah, Square Enix still hasn't caught on to. We're not getting into that right now. Fuck Square Enix.
Final Fantasy VII. The PC port's coming to PlayStation. Oh.
Tokyo Twilight Ghost Hunters. March 11th, Ori and the Blind Forest, which was something we just talked about. March 12th, Sid Meier's Starships and Trine Enchanted Edition, not Uncharted Edition. And Codename Steam, which is on 3DS, which is not a Steam machine.
Sad.
Yeah. And so, was there anything in that list?
Oh man, that just blew my mind. A Steam app for 3DS.
That would Nintendo would never allow it.
Wait, hold up. What? Steam on 3DS?
That would be that's not happening. But man, they could make so much money.
So much.
Wow. Somebody call Nintendo. Tell them what's up.
Hey, Nintendo, watch this podcast. Fuck you guys.
I'm pretty sure now they're not going to because you swore that.
I mean, it's already by this time they would have been watching it.
You blew it. You blew it. Oh, we like his idea. Oh no, he's dishonored us.
Fuck him.
What? I want him dead. I want his family dead. I want his house burned to the ground.
Now,
I'm pretty sure there's some Nintendo Yakuza connections out there. There's got to be.
Dude, the Yakuza is a real thing. I went to Japan last year, and the cops don't even fuck with them.
No.
The cops don't even fuck with them. Like, we were walking out of a karaoke... Sorry to diverge again, but we were walking out of a karaoke bar. We were drunk, and we had met these girls. And, we walked them to whatever train station. Me and my buddy were heading back to our respective places, and there was some lady who was like, "Hey, blowjob, $50, 500 yen or something like that." 5,000 yen. That's what it was, and I was just like,
That's what, $5?
Yeah, no, $50.
No, $50.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You had two zeros. Okay.
Yeah. And then I was just like, no. And then Chris was, not Chris, Corey. He's been on the podcast before, and he was like, "Yeah, you don't want to say yes to that. You see those guys over there? It's Yakuza right there." I'm like, "Oh." And they're just like hanging out. Like, it was literally 2 a.m. and they're just like outside.
Were they sharply dressed?
They were sharply dressed.
At least they have style. Give them that.
They have style, and from what I understand, they don't fuck with people unless they fuck with them. But
that's nice.
I think that's probably why the cops don't mess with them. They're like, you know what, you can have your illegal activity as long as you don't go too crazy and start messing with people for no damn reason.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's shady as fuck, but like the fact that they're so big that the police don't even really mess with them like that is like that's crazy.
Says something.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll move on to the rest of our gaming news. And of course, there's things that we can talk about that's not on here if you guys want. These are just some of the big things that I saw. Titanfall 2 is officially announced, coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
I called it.
Oh yeah,
I called it.
Oh yeah.
I think we had this discussion. I called it like a while back because
there's somebody pick up that phone because he called it.
Hello, yeah, it's me. I called it. But here's the thing with that. I knew that was coming since I saw it. They took the same path that happened with Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Like they realized they had a hit, and they're thinking, oh, all we have to do is just make a PS4 version, and we can make double our money.
Yep.
It's a business decision. It makes so much sense. And now I'm gonna have it on a better system because I played it on 360. It was fun, but they didn't add too much additional content. Like the usual shooters, you get more guns, more variety, more like just other stuff in general. But with Titanfall, all we really got was the stock weapons, the stock chassis, and that was kind of it. They never added on anything. Sure, it was cool they added more maps, but we need more ways to play the same game in order to stay relevant for a shooter. I mean, good lord, look at Battlefield 4. There's like, what,
so many
50,
guns.
60, 70 guns in there now?
So many.
And that's
So
not
many
even
guns.
counting the gear. Well, yeah, but that means you can play, like, you can find a way that fits your play style, and that's awesome.
Oh yeah, I know that. I'm just saying, it's like, dang, look at that. You're like, yo, man. You feel like you're starting an RPG, MMORPG, creating your custom character.
You starting with nothing.
That's just like, yeah.
But then you get all those weapons and goodies. You're like, yo, I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things about Battlefield I found too, is that like there were so many weapons that like I had no idea which one I should really be going for, because like the stats would tell you one thing, and then you would like go in and play with the weapon, and you're just like, I hate this gun. Yeah.
The stats lied to me.
Yeah, I was like, or am I doing this wrong? Am I using this weapon wrong? Like,
Don't question your own skills, man. You're the best. Don't worry, man. The stats lie.
you're the best around.
Around.
But
That came on my Pandora while I was at the gym today. I was benching. I was like, yeah, I am the best. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I also, people at home who've been listening to this podcast since Titanfall 1 first came out, which was back in like last March, you'll remember that I was saying the same thing. I was like, hey guys, there's no way this franchise is staying on Xbox. Like, with the sales that the PS4, like this was back when the PS4 just only had a couple mil. Like they're up to 20 million right now. Like,
Oh yeah.
there's no way.
That's Sony.
Yeah, man.
That's Sony Master Race.
That's Sony Master Race.
Okay, I better not say that's not a whole console war.
No, I mean, it's too
I
late.
played
The
Destiny as a
console
warlock, and I use a PlayStation 4.
The console
Master
war
Race.
has already begun. It is already up in flames.
Oh, I'm talking about the comments later on, man.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
wait
well.
a week.
That's another thing. You just don't look at
All
the
you gotta say,
comments.
just mention Xbox One and PS4 in the same sentence. You have a console war.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I love the
Okay.
PS4 and Xbox One. The PS4 better than the Xbox One. The Xbox One better than the PS4.
Down
me,
now,
I-
kids. Calm down.
I have both consoles.
I do too.
That's
Yeah.
like, they both
I do not.
different things.
I admit though, I barely play my Xbox. Barely.
Ooh.
I play my Xbox for action adventure games like Devil May Cry. I just like the controller feel, as opposed to playing it on a PS4.
Okay. All right.
I like my fighting games on my PS4, my RPGs on the PS4 though.
Right. So yeah, people at home who have been excited about Titanfall but haven't been able to play it because you've been playing on PS4, you will be able to play Titanfall 2 on PS4 and Xbox One,
There you go.
but not on the Wii U.
No.
The Wii U's doing its own thing. Don't worry, people.
Nintendo's already working on more hardware, I think.
Yeah, they are.
What? Another console? Uh-oh.
Yep.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, they're not going to do well unless they make their stuff easier to code for.
Or
Because
if they,
as I hear, that's the biggest problem.
really.
Yeah. Like how it took like a year for the Watch Dogs edition of Wii U to come out.
Oh yeah.
A year extra.
Yeah. That's pretty bad.
When you have it on 360 and on like the next gen systems, right? And you can't have it on a Wii U. What's that tell you about the coding?
Pretty bad.
Yep.
Pretty bad. And you know the thing.
It's probably not bad. It's just first party people can use it way easier because they work in the console
They get
every
better
day.
tools. They get better
Yeah.
tools.
Yeah.
That's what it probably is.
And also it's like Nintendo doesn't really find as much value in reaching out with third-party publishers like Sony and Microsoft do. Like they don't really actively go looking for more third-party support, and so I think that's another thing that's been biting them in the ass is that like they haven't really been doing their part of attracting those studios to their system.
Well, when you got that,
they got Smash. They got Smash, man. They don't need anything.
yeah, exactly. First party titles is what's keeping Nintendo going, and the fact that those games are still amazing. I mean, yeah, they can be reclusive and xenophobic all they want with their third-party developers, but those games are still selling, and that's driving the console sales. And it's still more fun to use for a family because the Wii U still plays Wii games, and it's like the only this generation system that was backwards compatible, like natively. So it's got that going for it. But tablet controller, what?
Yeah.
And
like
it's like half the cost of the console itself.
And the thing about it is that, like, if you want to play with more than one people, like, only one person can use a tablet controller.
Yep.
That's all you need, man. You have to establish your dominance. I got the tablet controller.
Oh, God. Now, if the tablet doubled as... Now, get this. If the tablet had a mod to make it a fight stick, BBoy, would you play it for fighting games?
I don't think so. Man, I tried playing Tekken Tag one time with that thing, man. They felt weird sometimes. I'm just like, yo.
I can't use fight sticks. Like, I don't.
I stick to my pad. I'm actually the lone pad warrior.
I feel you. Yeah. D-pad warrior.
I want to start using a fight stick because I feel like there are certain things that you can do with a fight stick once you get used to doing it, like, better. So, like, you have more control over, like, all the buttons as opposed to, like, you know, you have your thumb, whereas that you have all 3 fingers to use for attacks.
That's why you got macros.
Macros?
Yeah, man. You know, hit the R1 for making triangle square at the same time.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. I do that shit all the time. Fuck that.
That's what I do, man. You see my button setup when I be playing DOA? Every single button is assigned. Every button.
Oh, wow.
I even have every single button is used.
That's awesome.
Man.
Dude. And this is one of the things that I am extremely excited about, but I'm also kind of bummed that it's being exclusive to PC. So Rainbow Six Siege, Rainbow Six is a series that I've loved for a very long time. And the new game coming out, there's going to be an alpha coming exclusively to PC. And we're seeing, you know, a steady increase in PC interest, PC gaming continuing to rise. And I know, MegaSam, you and I have talked about getting into PC gaming in one way or another.
But we need more money.
We need more money. And so
I need more power.
More power.
Exactly.
I think I'm going to call this episode More Power. I think
Virgil.
You get a thing of Virgil. You get a thumbnail of Virgil holding a PC. Have it like doing a little Dragon Ball Z power up on the PC itself. It'd be beautiful.
You can see it now. Have a look at the freaking PS4, Xbox One, then look at the PC. I need more power.
More power.
And so, with our first of all, do you think there will be more games that will have alphas coming exclusively to PC, or do you think this is something that's specific to this this genre or this thing?
Well, think about how many bigger games are coming out for PC right now. Like Star Citizen just got like $1 million milestone for their funding on Kickstarter, and as far as I know, that's mostly the original ideas for PC, and then ported over to PS4 and to Xbox One eventually. I mean, with that kind of money, they kind of can't really. They have the money for it,
right?
But a lot of these games are just natively. Like what we have right now is that, yes, the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 are powerful, but PC, they get stronger every year. Whereas the PS4, they have a finite set of strength. And yeah, they can tweak some of the software, but hardware advances, I think processing power double every, year? I think when it comes to PC.
Really?
I think it's every year or 2 years that processing power doubles.
Shit.
Yeah, so you think about that and think about how pretty the stuff is now. How's it going to look in 6 years?
It's going to look crazy.
So, yeah, it would mean more and more stuff would be on PC. And more alphas would probably be there because people would have these hardware they could easily play whatever alpha they're trying to throw their way.
Right.
And that's just my 2 cents on it.
What about you, BBoy?
All right. Let's see. Put a little devil's advocate. I think after playing the Order, I feel like, especially on the PS4, playing the Order, I feel like they can if you play the order, trust me, it's the PS4 ain't no pushover.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about Xbox One. I haven't seen the full potential of Xbox One, but the PS4, yeah, it's up there, man. When you play the order.
Mm-hmm.
But so with that being said, I think it can last over 2-3 years and give out really good quality, and will stand hanging with the PC for like 3 to 5 years. 5 years tops if they're lucky, but like 3 years. But
it's still going to be pretty even when the PC starts outpacing it, but it's not like it's going to get worse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, but I think there might be more alphas on the PC. My reason on that is because if you look at it, PC is just easier to, it's just easier to work with.
Yeah.
Plain and simple, it's just way easier to work with. So I mean, it's easier to make an alpha on PC as opposed to doing it on PS4 because when you do it with that, you gotta get in contact with Sony, you gotta get in contact with Microsoft. Like, hey, I want to do this alpha.
That's true.
You gotta sign some papers, and you gotta work with their coding and blah 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 blah. PC, you can just make the alpha and just release it. You know what I mean?
That's a really good point.
You have more freedom, kind of in a way. So I won't be surprised if more alphas become exclusive, or they just do it first on PC and then do it later. Well,
yeah, even if they were going to introduce a small patch during alpha, it's easier to do on a PC because when you ever play like an MMO, you always have to patch right before you boot up the game. Mm-hmm. And if they want to do that and tweak a couple things during the alpha, it's so much easier because everybody who wants to play it has to do that in order to play it. And then when you're doing it on a PlayStation or that, you have to sit there, wait for it, and it's not like natively as accessible.
Right.
And then you have to go. You have to. This brings up a little bit of history on Dead or Alive 5 days. They have to actually go through certification checks and stuff with Sony or Microsoft.
Yeah.
To release a patch, just release a simple patch. Like an example, like DOA 5. There was a patch. I forgot what year it was. Whatever. This is vanilla, the first one, like the first big patch came out with Sony. There was one little glitch or whatever. They fixed in a week or two. Mm-hmm. Even though they fixed the glitch, Microsoft told them no to their patch because they glitched on PS3. Wow. And the Xbox users had to wait a whole month and a half for Microsoft to sign the paper.
Wow.
To release the big update. So a lot of 360 users couldn't really practice for tournaments because of that. So, I was a big fuss on that. But yeah, that's the big thing about it. Like, this release a small little patch or anything, you have to get through crazy certification stuff.
You had to pay them a bunch of money, too, if I remember correctly. Like, even indie titles, when they wanted to deliver an update, they would have to pay Microsoft like $10,000 to submit for it, which is insane. I'm so glad they got rid of that. Yeah. So it's like, okay, well, we can put the patch out now, or we can put a couple other things into that patch so we can get more bang for our $10,000 update.
Yeah, that's insane. I forgot about that. God damn it, Microsoft.
And they're just laughing with their money.
Sony Europe be doing that too, probably. No, I'm just. Sony Japan is good, all right. Sony Europe, they're the evil ones.
They're very strange with how they operate. I must say, very strange. But we actually this ties into our next part of the discussion actually, because we were just talking about how consoles are going to be able to keep up with PC gaming. We all know that PC gaming is the official master race, right? You can continuously upgrade it and get better performance out of it as you continue on. But
goddamn Virgil. Virgil owns PC, man. Only an ambitious man as him can own a PC.
And Blur Studios shows targeted gameplay of new game Angel Blade, and like you were saying with The Order, this game looks incredible. Like everything about it in terms of its visual production. I don't know how many frames per second it's going to be, but it looks like
1,000. It will be 1,000 frames per second.
Nah, man. But it's gonna be over 9,000.
Over 9,000. Vegeta.
We're going to Dairy Queen.
I can't even right now.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
No, catch your breath, man. Don't worry, man. We don't want you dying over there.
Wow, I didn't think you were that stupid, Vegeta.
Oh, man.
So, Angel, this is one of those games where something special comes around every once in a while that convinces you that you don't need to have the best processor in the world or the best graphics card out there in the world to be able to pull off really amazing things. And I think even last gen was a great example of that when we had games like The Last of Us and God of War that came out on that, you know, systems that were 7 or 6 years old at that time, now 8 years old. You know, the stuff that they were pushing out was really phenomenal. And of course, you can make those look better, but I think we're going to continue seeing really great advances in optimization on consoles, and also we're going to see some really cool things out the PC as well. But I think we're in a pretty unique place right now when it comes to these consoles because they're so close to PC already. That we'll start seeing some really creative ways for developers and for, you know, Microsoft and Sony to optimize their systems even better. I don't know. What do you guys think, though? You guys kind of already talked about it a little bit, but is there anything else you want to add on before we move on to the?
Angel Blade.
All right.
Are you talking about the console, or are you talking about Angel Blade?
I was going to talk about Angel Blade. I never talked about Angel Blade.
Go ahead. I want to talk about the console portion of it, so you go ahead and talk about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, I'll go to Angel Blade and you go to the console part. So Angel Blade, it's not gonna. Well, I saw 1 or 2 trailers. I don't think it's gonna play like that, but the graphics, like I said, going by the order and the real gameplay of the order of the action over there, I really feel the graphics can look not like that, but really close to that in play. That's my impression. After playing the order, it's like you play the order, it's like, yo, this is. You make
me want to play that game now.
Just order it on GameFly. After you beat that game, get on GameFly. When you play it, man, I mean, like you're gonna be like, okay, man, the story might have been too much cutscenes, or it might have been a little less gameplay. But either way, when you start playing like real actual gameplay, especially like in chapter 3 and 4, when it's action packed, you're gonna be like, this is real current gen. This is what's gonna make these consoles compete with PC. But the question is, could the developers keep that up? You know what I mean? Right.
That's a good question.
I think that the main difference between console and PC is that with PC, you can the setup is technically modular. So you can open it up, you can take out a piece of hardware and add in a new graphics card, you can add in a new processor. The thing is with consoles, once you buy it, that is the system you have until they release a new version of the hardware. If one day, I don't know who would, but if we could blur the lines between the two, let's say Sony made a modular PlayStation 5 that had new part support, you'd be able to open up the back console and put in approved Sony new hardware. Like, that would be pretty cool, I think, and that would help close the gap.
Sony Europe will veto it.
Well, of course they're not going to do it, but I mean, it's a thought that would make it to where, okay, well, let's say, then you could you could have your base model of a PlayStation 5, but then you could have these accessory upgrades where you could make the graphics better on your own, you could make the processor better on your own. All you have to do is just, I don't know if they could ever make it that simple, but just pull the old part out, put it in, call it a day. As I don't know if it's that simple on PC. I've never tried to do it, but I mean,
it's a little complicated on PC. You have a lot of like connectors you have to make sure are, you know, where they need to be, and some pieces need to be soldered on with a, you know, they have to have, you know, a liquid adhesion applied to the graphics card to make sure that the fan fits on it, and like there's certain things like that sometimes, but.
The idea would be that you could upgrade it without having to have an engineering degree. And I think that would be, you know, really cool, but that's just me, and they'll never do it because, you know, money and nobody. So,
well, you know, Sony Japan, they'll probably be like, yeah, let's do this idea. We'll make it specifically the Sony parts only. Sony Europe is like, nah, screw that. Sony Europe is like, nah, screw that, man.
or even Sony licensed parts. Like AMD and all those other guys can make parts specifically for that console, to where Sony wouldn't have to do anything, and then they could make a chunk of the sale from that part.
I'm telling you, Sony Japan already thought about that, and Sony Europe just vetoed it, man. I don't know why. I don't know why I keep screwing Sony in Europe, man. Every single time I get disconnected from a part, I'm just like, damn, Sony Europe.
Isn't Sony Japan like doesn't Sony Japan have the head office?
I think so, and I think.
So how can Europe veto it?
Well,
Because Sony Europe, man, they're the yin and yang, man. They're underneath the underworld, man. They got street.
What does
They
Sony
got
Europe
street.
make?
They got street. They don't make anything, man. That's how they're in business still. That's how you know,
Okay.
man. They got connections, dude. They're not even doing anything, and they somehow have power.
I do feel like they do have like a lot of say on like certain business decisions. Like for example, the Vita. All right. So I want the Vita to be more successful than it is, and I think a lot of people do. But
I like my Vita. It does need to be a little more successful.
It does.
No, I want it to
needs
fail.
be-
I want it
needs
to fail.
It needs to be more streamlined into
man.
the PlayStation family. So, like, for example, I'll use this as a perfect example. You can use your PlayStation DualShock 4 controller on your Xperia Z3, but you can't use it on your Vita. That doesn't.
Sony Europe.
So it makes absolutely zero sense. And the thing is, it's interesting that you say that because all the Xperia phones were only available on very limited service providers in the U.S. and largely available in Europe and Japan. And so that's interesting that you say that because there's got to be something in there that's like inner workings where it's like, hey, this is a great idea. It makes total sense, but we're not going to do it because reasons.
Or
Yeah, like
why not
Capcom.
even does
Capcom effect. Exactly.
does PlayStation Now work on a Vita?
No, but it does
They
work
have a
on.
beta.
Wait,
They have a
what?
beta. I remember. I don't know. I haven't tested it out. All I remember is going in my Vita home thing and it had PlayStation Now.
Okay, so maybe it does.
So can you play
I'll-
PlayStation 4 games on your Vita now, like exclusively through the internet, like at any Wi-Fi location?
Well, I mean, the Vita can remote play with the PS4, so I don't know. I can't confirm that one. I own a Vita. I can get my Vita right now. Check on that PlayStation. But I could have sworn I saw a PlayStation Now in that Vita PlayStation store.
Okay.
I want to be able to stream through the Vita
Yeah.
on Twitch. Yeah, that'd be cool. No,
On Twitch, I
that'll
don't know
never
if you
happen.
do it on
That'll
Twitch.
never happen. That'll never happen.
I don't know if the Vita could do all of that, man.
Nah, it won't.
But speaking of overseas and different relations, this is segueing perfectly. The PS4 is finally launching in China on March 20th,
Good for them.
and this is a big milestone. They've already.
Wait, didn't Xbox One do that recently? Like a couple of months ago?
I think in January or February.
Yeah, but nobody cared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Sony's like, oh, hold up. They're releasing in China. All right, we're going to do that now, too. Man. Whoever owns China owns
Well,
a lot of tech,
Sony
man.
is
That's
a
a lot of
wonderful
people.
source. Yeah, Sony's a wonderful source of original ideas.
You never day, never topic.
Well, I think Sony's been trying to get their console released in China for a very long time.
Nah, man, they saw Xbox One and they're like, nah, hold up, man. We got to rule that place. Now, what they're going to do is, I guarantee you, what they're going to do is, man, this is how Sony Europe comes in. They're going to be like, yo, we're selling from Sony Europe. You know how some China, don't like Japan,
Yeah, that's true.
vice versa. They're going to be like, Sony Europe is going to be like, don't worry, Japan. Let me take over Sony for the China and watch them put that thing all living hell up in there. We're going to be shooting up the streets to get them PlayStation 4s. That's Sony Europe. That's Sony Europe.
Sony Europe.
Give me like PlayStation 4 from Sony in Europe.
Oh, jeez.
All China's gonna think it's Sony in Europe. Europe, Sony.
Damn you, Sony.
That's how I'm telling you, man. This is the plan, dude. They're gonna take over the world with this stuff, man. They're gonna sell. Sony Europe's gonna sell PlayStation 4 in China. It's gonna save from Europe, and then get all China, and then Sony Europe's gonna overtake Sony Japan legally. But we all know they took it over illegally, man. It's like they be making them bad decisions.
Yeah.
So-
Well, that was with the PS3, but we are going to move on to our last topic of the gaming news, which is Project Cars is hit with another delay, launching in mid-May. We're seeing more and more games being hit with delays, and
That's good.
Yes. I wanted to take a moment to kind of like say to you guys at home, who are just listeners, gamers, Please know that it is very good that games are being hit with delays because we don't want games
So,
to be rushed.
with a 30 gigabyte 1 day patch.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's more than a delay. That's half the game not being done.
Yeah.
But yeah, like delays are good because that just means that developers want to take a little extra time to polish it. And when it's polished, it looks better. It plays better. There's not as many problems on day one. Like I'm sure when I believe Grand Theft Auto 5 got delayed originally, it was not even close to what they wanted. Like it was buggier than anything, and it would just not have been enjoyable. And now so many people are enjoying that game, and it's because they delayed it, and it was good out the box. So like, I remember the days as a kid when you got your little shiny new Nintendo cartridge. That game, when it was shipped, had to be done.
That's
it was done because they could never add anything on it.
Right.
There was no way to fix any bugs over there. When there was a bug, it's just there forever. That's
the
it.
internet was a thought.
Yeah, now with the internet, people can get around that, but we don't want our developers to be lazy and to use it as a crutch. So when they take time and they get that delay in there, yes, it means their budget gets a little bit hit because that means they have to go over what their original planned time frame was. But that means that the game's going to be better for you, better for me,
Better for everyone.
better for us all to play.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that in mind.
Better
Yes.
reviews.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, yeah, well, it's not so much the reviews because my opinion is if you enjoy the game, cool. Don't listen to reviews.
Oh,
But-
no, not that. I mean, for the game
Yeah.
company themselves, so they get better reviews.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
well, that's-
yeah.
They'll buy
they
it,
need the company
and then,
needs
and then
that,
they have
yeah.
a better chance, and a better chance of them releasing a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
So it's
you know,
better for everybody.
yeah.
I agree.
So it's one of those things where patience does pay off. Yes, like I would be upset if Batman Arkham Knight didn't come out in June, like in the beginning of June, because I've been looking forward to that for a while, and I already get pushed back a little bit.
Very long time.
But since they put it back 6 months, 6 months of extra time means 6 months of how pretty is that game probably going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So why not take the time?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was gonna say. Oh, sorry. You want to go first? Or?
No. I was just gonna +1 that, but you go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna +1 it also because like look at the past. Like I mean, like Halo is a big example of a game that should have been delayed, and
Yeah.
also, I mean, it's not just people like, oh, Halo, Xbox One. PS4 had the same thing too with their AAA Drive Club. Day one release, man. They should have delayed that some more and did a beta or something.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, Drive Club. and Halo,
Drive Club
does
that even work yet? Does Drive Club even work?
it does work now. But nobody cares about it because the game got hyped up and they should have delayed it. They should have did an open beta. You know, and that's what Project Cars do. They're delaying their games. They're probably gonna do an open beta. They're gonna be like, yo, we ain't gonna be no Drive Club, man. I remember that day, man. People were chasing that title, the Drive Club to Drive Alone Club, man. That's so bad.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm totally in agreement with the both of you. And there's so many games to play right now. You know, we don't need to have everything coming out all at once. So I'm kind of glad that, you know, there are games.
Better on my wallet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like there's games being spread out across the board as opposed to coming out all at once. And like you lose momentum as a company when you release a game at another really big time of the year as other games. You know, you lose that sense of momentum that you would have had, especially during like the dry season of the summer. Like not that many games usually come out during that time period. If you can capitalize on that time period, you'll have momentum going into the holiday. But enough about that. We're going to move on to the hot topics. Oh, shit. So, before we move on to talking a little bit more about Twitch, about our streaming experiences, do either of you have guest topics you'd like to talk about?
I got nothing.
Okay.
We pretty much talked about a lot of stuff already. Hot topic.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy going on so far. So no.
All right. This is good.
We can talk about my life though. Not just kidding.
Dude.
I'm just kidding. Got a hot topic?
Yes. So, you know, we talked a little bit earlier about our experience with doing broadcasting and streaming and stuff like that. And with Twitch becoming such a huge part of gaming culture and also part of, everything in terms of gaming, whether it's, content creators, influencing the next generation of gamers, or whether it's, people, like Sam was saying, changing people's experience of life in general, being able to like have that sense of enjoyment out of watching, a broadcaster. And you talked about this, so this is one of the things, but what have been overall your experiences with broadcasting? We talked about this kind of, so it's a little redundant to say that part again, but the biggest question I wanted to ask you guys was, what have you been finding being the biggest challenge, and what are you most excited for moving forward?
Biggest challenge for me.
Go first.
Okay, thank you. Biggest challenge for me, I want to say, was just starting it off originally, just because I was really unsure about it. I didn't think that it would be entertaining for other people. I didn't think I was entertaining. But, I mean, here I am now. I've done it just a little bit over a month, and I've already gotten 152 followers, and there are people that keep tuning in every week, and, like, they keep saying hi every Tuesday, every Thursday when I do a stream, and it's really cool because I feel, like, connected to these people. There's this, there's a young man, he's like 13, 14 years old. He asked me for relationship advice through Twitch, which was cool. There's, like, this... It's just being able to be connected to these people while you're playing through a game. It's like having 160 people on my couch sitting next to me while I'm playing a video game. That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And I'm enjoying that. And it's been really gratifying to see that just people appreciate, or I wouldn't say appreciate is the right word. People find me entertaining and they actually tune in every night. Like, I've gotten a couple people that tell me that, yeah, like, it's me and my husband, or me and my wife, we like to sit down, like, on Thursday night, we'll put you on the Xbox, we'll watch you in our living room while you're playing the game. Like, that's cool. That's, like, it just blew my mind that it'd be more than one person watching me from the same video source. Mm-hmm. And that all of a sudden that I am in their living room, mm-hmm. and they're watching me for whatever God knows reason, because of my ugly mug and I'm not entertaining at all. But it's
reverse psychology.
it's I really I'm still in disbelief about it. So it's for me it's very humbling. It's very it's, even if you're thinking about just doing a Twitch and you have a PlayStation 4 and you have the camera, or an Xbox One and a Kinect, I would recommend doing it, giving it a shot. You can make a couple friends out of it. You can make contacts with people. You can find people that share your interest in that game. And I've even had people that have used my chat to find other people that want to play the game I'm actually playing right now.
Yep.
So it's really cool because it's building a little happy, kind-hearted community is what I'm trying to do out of it. And I think it's going to be really cool going forward and trying to build that up. That's why I set up the Facebook page. That's why I set up the Twitter, so that people could keep in touch with me. They could try to keep in touch with each other through it. I got to figure out how to get like a little forum at some point if I get enough people to where they can all chat each other up, and because like it's been really cool being able just to see it have a positive effect on other people, and all I'm doing is just sitting around being a goofball killing zombies, you know. Mm-hmm. And I am very excited to see where I can go forward with that, playing other games, playing with more people, and just see where it goes moving forward in general. So that's what I'm looking forward to most, just the adventure of it, see what comes next.
Mm-hmm. What about you, BBoyDragon?
All right, let's see here. I have to say the biggest challenge, I guess, would be just starting off, I think, in my opinion. Just starting off from zero. I mean, probably people are going to be kind of angry with this one. I got lucky. I had, you know, UGS, my sponsor or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know, all my tournaments is for my name, whatever. I used their Twitch account. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, all the team players have access to it, and so I already had the followers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Thanks to that. Yeah, but starting off at the bottom, that is a big thing, because like just trying to get past 100 followers is like a milestone.
Yeah,
in my opinion. From what I've seen from friends starting off, man, getting past 100 is a milestone. But once you get past 500 followers, that's when it just starts going up and up and up like crazy. But like just basically muscle and push through. You know what I mean? And when you start off from there, just try to have a good 3 to 5 friends that will watch your Twitch every single time. You know what I mean? That's why I started streaming anyways. I started streaming for there were a couple of friends like, hey, I'm gonna play this game. Like, oh, I want to watch. Like, okay, I'll stream it. And then I did on my my sponsors account, and I had my 5 friends in there talking, chatting it up, and more people came because I had the followers already, and end up hitting like 300 views sometimes when I play a fighting game mainly.
Yeah, man.
Nobody wants to see me scrub it up. Nobody wants to see me scrub it out on Devil May Cry. I'd be like, oh, he's playing Devil May Cry. Okay. No, I ain't that bad.
He likes to talk like he's not good at games, but I've played with you, bro. Don't try to play me.
Oh man, I'm okay. I'm just pushing buttons. Oh man, but yeah, that's the hardest part, really. So if it's more like a message to like the people just starting off, just stream just for your friends or whatever at the start, and then just let it come. It's gonna take a while, but it will come surely, but slowly but surely. Mm-hmm. So for the biggest challenge for me, I guess, was maintaining a schedule. Mm-hmm. That's the hardest thing, I think. Well, for me was 'cause I already had to follow everything. You have to maintain like a schedule, like Sunday night stream, Tuesday night stream, and if you can't stream, try to get the word out and apologize. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's the hardest thing is once you get to that level where you're getting like an average of even 50 views sometimes is actually high depending on the game you're playing.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, and that's actually, people can be like, what, 50 views? That doesn't seem like what? No, trust me, we start streaming 50 views on certain games, it's high.
Yeah.
That's actually high. Mm-hmm. So we get to like 50, 100, or 200 or whatever, which is actually high for average game for whatever. Maintain that schedule. Mm-hmm. That's the hardest part, I think, once you get there.
And what are you most excited for moving forward?
Oh, moving forward, new games. I just like streaming new games for the people and stuff like that. They all get a laugh at my little goofy sense of humor. People love when I play Evil Within because they hear me screaming like,
that's the other advice I would want to throw out there. It's just, this was advice that was given to me that's been invaluable. It's play what you want to play and just be yourself. Mm-hmm. Because if
that goes a long way.
Yep.
Yeah, if you try to be somebody you're not, you're never going to be able to keep it up every night. Right. You're never going to be able to maintain it. It's a nightmare. You can copy what other Twitchers are doing to like the closest thing you can, but you can't keep that up forever. I mean, it's more about these people would want to come. Yes, they want to watch some gameplay, but at the end of the day, what makes your channel successful is if they come to watch you.
Right.
And even if it's 3 people a week who tune in to watch you religiously, or if it's 300 or 3,000 or 30,000, it's still a success because you've gotten somewhere. Mm-hmm. Don't ever look at it if you can't get more than like 100 followers and to say like, oh, I'm not a good Twitcher. No, it's just maybe you don't have the same. Yeah, it's the market's flooded right now, especially with everybody and their mother having these new abilities on Xbox One and PS4. But the thing is, if you just be who you are, people are going to appreciate that more than you would know. And even the same thing in life. It's the same thing in life. If you try to be somebody you're not going to get anywhere. Like I've had a lot of kids already on my streams that are young, that are say they're shy, these other things, and that's just one of the things I told them. Just look, if you are yourself, you're going to draw the best people in your life you possibly can to you. And they're going to be faithful with you to the end, and they're always going to be there for you. But if you try to be something you're not, just to fit in, these people aren't going to be there for you. They're going to flake on you, like for various reasons, because it wasn't meant to be in the first place. So the same thing applies to Twitch and for real life. Just be yourself, and people will show up.
That's right.
Mm-hmm, yeah, and also going off what he said, always talk to your people commenting. Like, if you have 3 people, you're doing a good job. If you can keep, like, let's say you had 3 people and you start off, there's 3 people watching, and you keep them watching, you're having a successful stream.
Right.
In my opinion.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you're having 3 people.
And the other thing, too, is that, like, it's that very strange dichotomy, right? It's like, you start off, and you only have 3 people watching. And for a long time, you might only ever have 3 people watching at a time. But the thing is, it's like, some people will jump in, they'll watch your stream. Like, I was playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse, and, like, again, I was telling you about my issues I was having with the Mac version. It was, like, delaying everything. There were people who were, like, 24 people coming in at a time and then leaving. And sometimes, like, when the stream was going fine, they would jump in and not say anything. So, like, you have no idea what's going on and what they're thinking.
Yeah.
So The fact that you can have people kind of in consistently and staying in, that's like, no matter what the number is, that's a huge thing.
Yeah, don't ever expect just that everybody's going to want to talk to you while they're playing it. So you might have like 70 or something watchers, and they're just watching because they want to see the gameplay and they're enjoying you. Like, some of them are kind of shy. They're not going to jump in your chat, you know? You might see an LOL here when you do something funny, and that's the only thing you ever hear from this person. That's it.
You know, and that's why you always want to get like if you have one person or one or five really good, I like to call them the backbone of your stream. For me, is what I call it. Like the backbone of when I stream on the Twitch channel on UGS Live is, I'm gonna give them shout outs right now if you don't mind. Slothfax, Shinmaruku, Mystic Eyes, and Royal Man, because every time they're in there, they always watch
Royal Man on my list too.
Which Royal Man though?
He's got his avatar is like the black cat with the sunglasses on.
Oh no, I have a different Royal Man.
Oh, okay, never mind. He's like Royal 7 Man or something like that. So maybe it's someone different.
Yeah, someone different. It's mad Royal Mans, but like for them, they'll always talk in my stream chat. So therefore, I'm always talking with somebody. I call them my backbones because they're always there.
Right.
So you know what I mean. They're always chatting it up. So therefore, I have someone to talk to, which keeps me a little more focused on streaming and entertaining, whatever. And so, like, for example, it adds more fun to it. Like, I was playing Evil Within, and, that part where you run away from, what's her freaking name? Rebirth, Laura, or whatever, for the last time. He's over here. He saw facts in the comments, what made the stream chat even more funnier. He's like, oh, look, this is easy. He's like, oh, it's easy. I'm running around shooting switches, and all of a sudden she started teleporting. I was like, see what Slothfax said, and I said in the stream chat, see what Slothfax said, the game was easy, it got super hard.
Just because of him.
Yeah, and because of that, and people that are watching, that keep watching and don't talk, they actually start talking, you know what I mean? Because you got people already talking. And when I streamed another day, everyone's like, hey, Slothfax, he's going to make the game harder again. And I didn't even say that, other people did, new followers. So that's what you always want. You want to get a good, I like to call them backbones of your stream channel.
Right.
That'll be there and support you in a way, and always chat it up.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing to have, and I would say my biggest challenges in terms of Twitch streaming has been like literally just starting, not even just starting, but like getting the momentum going on the stream. Like, I've been doing this for a couple of months now, since last October was like the first time I really did a full-on stream. That was during the live stream event. And after that, I didn't really do much going on. Around December, I started doing it more, but I didn't have a schedule going on. And so my biggest challenge is mainly the momentum thing. Is like, I just been bouncing back and forth between, figuring out what days work best. And so for a while, for like the last 2 weeks, I've been streaming almost every day. And
it's so funny. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I know you were streaming every single time. It was a bad time.
Yeah.
I tried to watch your streams, but every single time you posted, I'm like about to ride my motorcycle or getting it fixed. I'm just like,
yeah. And I find that to be one of the things too. It's like, finding the right time for you, but also finding the right time for your viewers is also a big challenge for me. So like, Sundays are really fucking tricky for me during especially the Walking Dead season, because I can stream throughout the day, but I have podcasts like this, so I can't stream on Sundays, and then I have to process the information, and then when I process, I have to upload, and then while it's uploading, it's taking up a little bit of bandwidth. It's not a big deal, but that also ties into like the fact that I don't have as much time throughout the day to stream, and so for me to have Sundays set aside is like a very tricky thing for me. And then The Walking Dead comes on from 9 to 10, and then The Talking Dead from 10 to 11, so that cuts that time out too. So that's been like the biggest struggle right now, is like finding a consistent time I can have streams going on. And then like, I have another day, Wednesday. In addition to the streaming, in addition to like making YouTube videos, in addition to like writing for the blog, I also work full time. So like, I have a full time.
So Wednesday, you mean Wu-Tang Wednesday, right?
Wu-Tang Wednesday, yes. and those are tricky days for me too, because sometimes I have to work late. And then sometimes I have to do work for other people outside of streaming. So it's been a total nightmare trying to like stick to that schedule, because so much shit happens in between that time. and you only have so much limited time to really play nowadays. The thing I'm most excited for moving forward is essentially building a network. And so the thing that I'm doing right now is continuing to build the brand. So Black Oni has been, building this brand, this reputation for almost 2 years. So been like a year and a half. And I'm happy to say that I don't know if you guys know Ali A.
I know Ali G.
Ali G, sorry, Ali G. No, it's Ali A. He's a YouTuber.
Sorry, I threw you a curveball. Sorry.
No. He's a Call of Duty YouTuber mainly, and he was talking about in one of his videos. He was like, people don't believe me when I tell them like my first year I didn't even have 100 subscribers, and this is a guy who has like I think 1 million subscribers at this point. Like his first year, he wasn't where I am right now on YouTube. So I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm on the right path of where I am right now. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. And so, that's what I'm most excited for, is like continuing to build the brand, building the Black Oni presence, I guess, and creating a network so that, people who have been on the podcast can leverage their being on the podcast and being writers for the blog and doing that kind of stuff and apply that to their own channels, their own streams. Like Sam, for example, like this is a perfect opportunity for you guys to be able to plug what you're doing now to continue gaining momentum and gaining followers. And that's one of the main things I want to do, because I don't have money to pay people to do things for Black Oni right now.
Oh, no, dude, no. I'll be offended if you offered me money.
And for podcasts, apparently you're not supposed to do that. But like, I would still like, for people who are within the Black Oni family, like I would still want to be able to do something for them. So this is my best way I can do that, is like continuing to give you guys exposure and
don't worry, man.
Hey man, I'm here. I spread the love, man. I want to.
Don't worry, man. Just smash the buttons and it'll all be okay. Ain't that right, Sam?
Smash the buttons, but that's what I'm most excited for moving forward, is continuing to kind of have this energy feed off of each other and kind of bounce. So like one of my ideas moving forward is for like Kevin KK started his Twitch stream, and so did Bauer, and I want to do some channel artwork for them once I finally get the time to do that. And part of the thing is to have like a little badge at the bottom that says, part of Black Oni or Black Oni podcast. Like that will be a thing that will constantly bounce traffic back and forth between people, because they'll say, oh, what's this about? Oh, there's all these other streamers that are in this same family that are doing the same type of thing. So it's like a continuous stream of traffic and interest in, people moving forward. So I think that's what I'm most excited for moving forward. It's like continuing to build upon the legacy, I guess.
Who's got legacy now?
Yeah,
too godlike.
I mean,
Sam, he's reached above us all.
I'm not at that point yet.
No,
I'm not at that point yet. I've got some pretty loyal followers, and so one of the really interesting things about this has been like I've been asked by a bunch of people, like what you were saying before, Sam, about like people asking to like jump into your sessions. Like I find a lot of people are watching these games to find people to play with, which is really, really interesting. But also, I've been finding that a lot of people have been like asking all the time to be mods. And prior to being a Twitch streamer, I had no idea what the hell that was. So I'm like, why is everyone asking me to be a mod so badly? And apparently it comes down to that idea of like being part of that network, being part of that group of gamers that really want to. Andy was describing this to us. Being part of that network that bounces, traffic off of each other. Bounces that same group of people. And so this is one of the valuable things, I guess, of being a part of this growing thing, is that where a bunch of gamers were passionate about what we do, and we can continue building.
It all comes down. We all just want to push buttons.
We just want to mash.
That's all I want to do. Just want to push some buttons for some people. No, don't leave us, Sam.
Of course.
No, don't leave us.
I gotta go. Well, actually, I have real world responsibilities I have to do. I do apologize.
Who cares about the real world, man? You got your games right now, man. Don't worry about a job. Just lose your job, man. You'll be fine getting a job when the next game comes out.
Before you go,
that's quite possibly the worst advice I've ever heard.
Before you go, make sure
I gotta go.
Let people know at home how they can contact you.
If you guys want to get in touch with me, if you guys want to watch me, I'm on Twitter or if you want to follow me, I'm on Twitter at MegaSamX. There's no spaces in that one. On Twitch, I am Mega_Sam_X. Pretty simple to follow. It looks just like my name. It's going to be below here that we're going to add in post-production. And same thing on Facebook. It's just going to be periods instead of underscores for MegaSamX. So if you guys want to keep in touch with me, that's the best way to do it.
Word.
I'll be streaming again on Tuesday, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then on Thursday, I'll also be doing it at 8 p.m. Eastern. So that'll be when you guys can catch me next.
Sweet. And BBoy Collins, how can people, or BBoy Rewrite, sorry, god damn it, you have too many names.
Okay, I know.
I'm out. I'll see y'all later, guys.
Sam.
BBoy, how can people, well, my video's turned off, that's weird. How can people find you, BBoyDragon?
Find me? All right. Sure. Easy way to find me is Facebook. You can just search me up, Ryu Collins. Yeah, that's right. I don't have a fan page. I just like to actually have people friend me and just message me. I love that. Hey, I like talking to people, man. I spend all day talking to people.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Great thing. So my URL will be facebook.com/BBoyDragon13, all one word. If you want to add me on there. On Twitch, I usually stream it's pretty random right now. I usually try to stream Sundays midnight or around 10 p.m. I start off with Dead or Alive, and then I go on to a different game, going by what people want in stream chat. And Twitch TV/UGS Live. On YouTube, you can follow the rest of my team. A bunch of random shenanigans on YouTube. UGS Live.
Oh yeah.
All UGS Live, basically, all day, all night.
YouTube.
Besides that, pretty.
UGS.
YouTube.com/UGS Live.
Sweet.
That's where it goes, right? Just the channel name is the URL.
Yep. I can actually subscribe to you right now so that you have me as your subscriber as well.
Oh man,
Yeah, it's getting real.
Oh, he's about to go see them episodes of me doing random crap. Oh
yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good.
Yeah, on that channel, it's mainly fighting game stuff on that channel, but there's interviews of like top players, stuff like that, in the Dead or Alive community and other communities too. Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, I'm pretty low key
for now.
Twitter. No, for Twitter and stuff like that. Believe it or not, I don't have a Twitter account. I just use I just have everything done for UGS Live. See, I'm lazy. I have them do everything for me.
And so before we end the podcast, how'd you get that sponsorship with UGS Live?
Oh man, it's not so much it's not like a big sponsorship. People will be like, "Oh, a sponsorship, he's getting flown up to Texas for free." No, it's more like I paid like half. You know what I mean? It's not that big.
Right.
What happened was it's just it's mainly for fighting games, of course. Started making top 8. It's mainly a Boston only thing. Like there's a couple of sponsorships that are only city only type stuff, like the local game store and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Like shout out to like Nash Fan Texas that I played. He's VGP, I believe, which is only a Texas thing.
Okay.
There's a couple of sponsorships that are out there for fighting games that are only exclusive to the, in the city,
Gotcha.
in the city where you're at.
Gotcha.
Because so yeah, UGS basically Gil Hustle, he's the leader of the whole group. We have Miss Mai up in there. We had a pretty strong technical scene. We used to have Still Electric. He's pretty freelance right now. Okay. Let me see here. How I got into it. Just, DOA 5 Vanilla. I always got close to top 8. I always got like 9 for top 16. That was like my first time going to tournaments and majors.
Wow.
And then Dead Life 5. And then when I won Guts 2, I won Guts 2. That was my first major one. It wasn't that big. It wasn't a lot of DOA players. It wasn't even like on stream, so I don't even count that as like my first real major win. He called me too humble for that, but no, I don't count that really.
That's awesome.
I mean, I didn't win that tournament though, but and then that's when they offered me the team. And then from there, then Live 5 Ultimate, that's when I started making top 8 consecutively. I say the Live 5 Ultimate created, which is like a year. The game had a year. Then they released the new update last round. Within that year, out of 10 majors, only 1 or 2 I did not make top 8.
Oh wow.
The rest, it was usually seventh, fifth place, or fourth, and I got third one time.
That's pretty epic, dude. That's fupic, actually. That's fucking
So,
epic.
yeah.
It's fupic.
Oh man.
So yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's cool.
yeah, that's pretty much how I got that one with that. It's I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna get people's hopes up and also bring them down at the same time. Like, yeah, you can probably get it, but at the same time, it is really where you live, luck, and who you get and stuff like that. I mean, there are some sponsors that are not that great. Like Sonic Fox, he got a sponsorship, and his sponsorship sucked actually.
Oh really?
Like they only paid for his tournament entry.
But they didn't actually pay for his flight.
Didn't pay half or anything. Like with mine, I pay like about half or whatever. Like for example, I go to Texas, the hotel and airplane, all that's probably like 800, 600 all together or something like that.
Okay.
I'm only paying like 300, 400.
That's not. You get to travel too.
Yeah. So you know what I mean. So like for example, the Texas tournament, DID 10 or like DID 10th anniversary, I went there, or the second time I went there for Absolute Battle, all I paid was like 300 to 400 out of my own pocket. That's everything: hotel, for suite, and whole bunch of other stuff, only for like $300. You know what I mean? All together, airplane, and the hotel,
Right.
3 nights.
That's
And
awesome.
so you know what I mean. But like for example, like Sonic Fox, like he won Evo with Injustice and took a whole bunch of stuff in Evo, and they still only pay his tournament entry and only his tournament entry fee.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I saw
you know.
that too. I saw that. That was last Evo, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
and you know that's I mean so bringing people's hopes up and down at the same time, like yeah, I mean you get a sponsorship. You know, it comes down to where you live. Sadly, it's how it is. Fighting games that's how fighting games are. They're just growing. They're nowhere close to League of Legends and you know, Call of Duty
Right.
in terms of like tournament stuff like that. The sponsor ain't out there like that. So it's all luck where you live. Sadly, again. Yeah, I'm repeating that much, but yeah.
It's all good, brother. It's all good.
But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. I mean, of course, you got to have, you know, the skill.
Yeah, you definitely got to have
Proof. You got basically a lot of spots will pick you up if you make stream time consecutively. Like you don't need to make top 8 to make stream time.
Okay.
As you know, like there's always pool plays and they always get streamed as long as you win at least 2 games, 2 wins. Which is, you know, that's actually hard sometimes in a lot of majors.
Right.
Just getting 2 wins. Like you'll be like, man, you went 0-2 in a major. Well, I never went 0-2 yet. So, anyways, people like, let's say, for example, I'm making fun of you, Will. Let's say you go to a major, you go 0-2. I'll be like, I won't laugh at that. I'll just be like, man, it's hard getting a win in a major.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, when there's 100 people there or 50 people there, man.
So
like
top
the
8
level
is essentially like that's when you go into the bracket of like kind of winning, right?
top 8 is. Whew,
Yeah, that's
hard,
tough,
man.
That's tough. But I mean, like you
Man.
say, you go 0-2. You mean like 0-2, like you get wiped out in
Oh,
the
you go.
first.
Like I said, you win. All right. All fighting game tournaments, they work on this. It's all of them are double elimination.
Okay.
Double elimination.
Oh
so
yeah. So you go in and you lose twice.
You lost to 2 people in a row.
Yeah.
So it's
rough.
like that's it's not really so much rough because you know sometimes you get put in a pool where let's say you're on the pool plays, I'm in that pool, somebody else who's in that pool makes top 8, and then there's another person who makes top 8 who's in that pool. You know what I mean? And then you got other people that are, you know, that are really good that are in that pool.
Right.
And sometimes the pools don't get seeded correctly because then you get somebody who's played a lot, you know, that unseen person who played a lot at home, played a lot online, and it's his first tournament. You get some of those people. I like to call them the wild cards, even though that's not really what a wild card means. But, you know what I mean? You got those people that just never heard their name before, but they're actually really good. They've been playing for a long time, just never went to a tournament. Yeah, there you go, the sleepers. Like Excalibur Blade. Excalibur Blade was a sleeper.
Yeah.
The DOA, he won the first major. His first major he went to, he won. And the seeding was actually pretty stacked because he was in the same pool as 2 other top players.
Damn.
But nobody knew he was top because that was his first major.
Right.
And he won that whole tournament.
That's crazy.
So, you know, I mean, you get that. You get sleepers in the pool and stuff like that. So going 0-2 can happen easily.
Absolutely. And so,
especially if you're asleep.
especially
Sleeping on them sleepers, man.
That's how to get you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yo, BBoyDragon, my man. Thank you for coming on this podcast. This was awesome.
Oh, no problem, man. I'll try to come make it more often, man.
Yeah. This was fun, man. This was really good. And you let me know if you have some channel art requests. I know you got some sponsorship stuff going on already, but if you need something extra, just let me know. I'm actually.
Oh, don't worry, man. I'm gonna start following your Twitch.
Wait, what'd you say?
I'm gonna start watching. I'm gonna make it a priority to watch your stream so I can just start going there with the copper face everywhere.
I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. I've been starting to offer the Black Oni channel. I've been offering Twitch channel artwork services to people outside of the network. They have to pay for it though. So for you guys at home who want channel artwork, let me know. I will try to work it into my schedule. I will let you know about prices. I'm doing an introductory pricing thing right now, so you can see that, get some really cool artwork on your channel. And yeah, again, thanks for coming on. Thank you guys at home for watching. And is there anything else you'd like to tell our viewers?
Not much. Just try to have fun pushing buttons.
Have fun pushing buttons.
GG.
That's right.
GG's.
Excellent. Game on and J Blaze out.